Good afternoon, class. Today we're going to continue on our tennis unit. What we'll be working on today is the half volley. We are going to be working in stations. We'll have 2 stations that I have set up that I'll be directing you to after our warm-up, and then also we're going to play a modified game after our stations. So before we get into the activity, let's get warmed up. We'll have group leader 2 come up so we can get some blood pumping and flowing before we go ahead and start moving in our activity today. Now that I have you guys in groups of 2, we want to make sure that we have groups, like I said, groups of 2 at each station today. There'll be 2 stations, and we'll have 3 groups to each court, which will be station 1 here and then station 2 on the other side there. You also have criteria sheets that I've laid out for you at the stations. There you'll see what I want you guys to do as far as what you'll be focusing on during your half volley. Also, if you guys like to, you can use a wiffle ball that I've placed out as well if you feel more comfortable, just to gain a little bit of confidence when you're practicing your half volley. So here at station 1, we'll demonstrate with the tennis ball, but at station 1, what I want you to do is you and your partner will be working together. The first student is going to go ahead and do a self bounce for the half volley, and then the second student's going to grab the ball wherever it goes and bring it back to your partner, just so you guys can go ahead and continue on. It'll be 10 strikes per student, and you guys will just keep switching off until we have you switch to the next station. So what I want you guys to focus on for your half volley is to make sure that when you are doing the self bounce, your 45-degree angle, it's not going to be a full swing for the half volley. You want to make sure your tennis racket is going to come up right behind the tennis ball here, and then you're just pushing up and through with your legs to get a little bit of momentum and power with your swing. Because like I said, it's not really a full swing, it's just a little half volley to return if it does bounce right here in front of the service line. So what it's going to look like is I'm going to have you bounce the ball once and then bend your knees and power up and through. So it's bounce, bend, and power up through. So it'll look a little like this. So like I said, when you do that, you're going to want to go ahead and bounce and bend at the same time and power up and through your legs. So again, one more time, bounce and up. Okay, students, here at station 2, you will also have the opportunity to continue the progression of the volley here. Again, use your wiffle ball, or you can use the tennis ball, whatever you feel more comfortable with. We'll go ahead and use the tennis ball. So the student that's not striking the ball is going to be tossing the ball over right in front of the service line, and then once it bounces right in front of the service line, what I want you to do is still continue from station 1. If you've already done station 1, you'll go ahead and do the same process that I had spoken about earlier. 45-degree angle, racket right in front of the tennis ball, and then push up and through with your legs. So again, you want to make sure that you're using that power from your legs to generate power through here. So if they go ahead and toss the ball to you, it'll come right in front of the service line and up and power through. Do that 10 times as well, and then you'll switch and then continue to switch, and we'll also go to our modified game after this. So as soon as I blow my whistle, we'll end with our stations, and then I'll explain our modified game and we'll transition over to that. All right, students, great job with the stations. And so what we'll be ending with is our modified game. You'll stay in your groups of 2. As you can see, we have our cones surrounding us. Each of you will stand in between the cones that I have set up for you. The object of this is to continue with our volley serve, our half volley serve, or our half volley strike. The first student with the ball will go ahead and let the ball bounce once, and we'll continue with the half volley motions or movements. So you do up and over, and what you're going to try to do when you do hit the ball is get it to bounce once inside of your opponent's circle. So we want to make sure that we're getting the correct directionality into the circle. Once you're able to complete 2 perfect serves into the circle, you'll go ahead and keep that ball and place it on your cone. If you end up filling up all your cones, you won that round. Go ahead and do another round, and we'll continue on with that until I blow my whistle, and I'll have you guys line up against the nets, and we'll go ahead and close out for the end of the class period today. Okay, students, you did a great job today. I'm really proud of how consistent you guys were with practicing your half volley throughout the stations. I did notice that you guys had improved your consistency and the movement pattern that I set for you guys. And I also did hear from a couple of you students that you had gotten a little more comfortable and moved from using the wiffle ball to the tennis ball. So I'm really proud of you guys for doing that and getting that down. Before we leave today, what I want you to do is go ahead and pull out your journals, and I want you to write one thing that you found to be enjoyable about the stations today, and then one thing you felt you kind of struggled with and think that you can improve on, and not only what you can something that you think you can improve on, but how you can go about improving upon it. And then I want you to bring those journals back actually bring them back tomorrow. We'll have a small discussion, and then I think you guys will really enjoy the relay races that we have set up for you tomorrow to continue with the different types of swings that we've practiced over the last couple of weeks. So go ahead and write inside your journals. After you're done, I'm here for any questions you have, and we can continue tomorrow with our lesson.